Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what an honor it is to welcome you all to the United Arab Emirates and to the food segment of the World Climate Action Summit. I'm just enjoying this moment because I did promise many of you over the last few years that we would bring agriculture and food system to center stage at COP28, and here we are. I want to thank you, all of you, for your support and your endless efforts. As we just heard from David and from Elizabeth, food systems are at the nexus of nutrition, improving livelihoods, and climate change. And that's what makes this sector so complex, yet also full of opportunities. We in the UAE have been taught by our leaders to always look at challenges as opportunities. Yes, we are a desert environment, and yes, we have very little natural fresh water, but that didn't stop us in our pursuit to become one of the leading countries in the Global Food Security Index. As you just saw in the opening ceremony, our legacy comes from our founding father, the late Sheikh Zayed, who was a passionate environmentalist and who always put sustainability at the core of his actions. He was very interested in agriculture and understood very early that agriculture was a means to civilization. In the late 60s, he would often sit with agriculture experts that came to visit him from around the world, and he would ask them for advice on how to make the UAE greener and how to grow certain foods. Yet, they never gave him much encouraging words. But that didn't stop him. And what you see today here in the UAE are the fruits of his labor. Today, we have become a world-leading trade hub for food. Our ag-tech companies have grown tenfold over the last 4 years as we have embraced and adopted innovations in closed environment agriculture. I tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, because we in the UAE have gone through an incredible transformation, and it all comes down to political will and national champions. And so with this in mind, my team and I have been working alongside all of you these past months to put together a leaders' declaration. This leaders' declaration on agriculture and food systems is there to help galvanize the political will needed from countries across the globe to transform our food systems in the face of climate change. And today, we celebrate a milestone moment in history for food systems and agriculture at a COP. I am pleased to announce, drum rolling, that the COP28 UAE Declaration on Sustainable Agriculture, Resilient Food Systems and Climate Action has so far received 134 endorsements. I know it says 120 on there. This was what we had to give in about 2 days ago, but we reached 134 endorsements from heads of state and government. This truly is a historic moment for food systems and will really raise the profile of agriculture and climate in all these respective countries. With these countries, by the way, we cover more than 5.7 billion people and 70% of all food we eat. The signatories of the declaration are home to nearly 500 million farmers and represent 75% of all emissions from global food systems. A big thank you to all of you who have endorsed the declaration and contributed to this watershed moment for food and climate agenda. And we look forward for many more joining in the next few days. Now, this is a first step, and sometimes this first step is the hardest step, but over the coming few days, we will be holding several workshops on how to ensure we can effectively implement the declaration, because as you know, this is all about actions. Now, we all know the 2 ingredients for implementation, as set out in the declaration. It's funding and innovations. Now, before I talk about that, I don't know if any of you have noticed about the food that's being served here at COP28. So we have taken the initiative to ensure that the food menus that are being served are 1.5 degrees Celsius aligned. We have trained our chefs, suppliers, catering companies to ensure that the climate-conscious food is being served here across Expo as part of the wider goal of hosting a carbon-neutral conference, because we, the UAE, believe it's so important to walk the talk.